I hate to say it, but I'm obsessed with the Scott Peterson trial. Here's why, because Mark Galapagos, whatever his name is, asked Amber Fry if Scott Peterson ever said he loved her yesterday, and she said, not in those words. So, ladies, the illusion continues. Even in the midst of a murder trial, she can't bring herself to say he didn't love her. Because she thinks he did love her, and so do all her friends. He used other words. He missed you. He thought about you, Amber, right? That's sort of the same thing. You know that doesn't mean love. So, Amber, the question becomes, why do you think he loved you? This is a tough one, honey, but say it with me like I'm Dr. Phil. You think he loved you because you think he killed his wife for you. Admit it, Amber, there's a part of you that thinks he killed his wife so he can be with you. I know it's terrible, but let's call it the way it is. When you heard he killed his wife, you were shocked and disgusted and horrified, but maybe also a little bit flattered. And you know you're going to throw it in the face of the guy you end up with. You can guarantee that. When you ask him for one of the myriad of little favors that you don't necessarily need, ladies, but you need us to do to prove something to you. So when this guy refuses to go with you to visit your friend's new baby, you'll say, well, my last boyfriend killed for me. I don't see what the big deal about taking an afternoon. You're not going to do anything but lie around and watch the Olympics. You said you don't even like the Olympics, so you're going to sit around and watch stuff you don't even like. Hello, boys. Or should I say men? The National Council of Arab Americans, a group you should not be taking lightly, Mr. Attell.
You got it.
Your background. And a group called United for Peace and Justice, estimated 250,000 protesters lost their bids. They wanted to go to Central Park before the RNC convention. First of all, why is an Arab American group protesting a convention? That's in bad taste. Why don't they just
let the Arab Americans go to the park. We'll know where they are when the convention's going on.
Absolutely.
While
they're there, we can go to their houses and get on the computer and find out the next hit.
Exactly right.
One of the problems, the reason they would deny protest, one of the groups was a group called Act Now to End War and Stop Racism. And the reason they weren't allowed to protest is because you're not legally allowed to assemble if your organization has more than 2 cliches in the title.
So does anyone think
that for the homeless guys that sleep on the Great Lawn, every time there's a protest, they got to get up and go.
So they must be happy to that. Yeah, they're saying they're not allowed. But what are they going to do? They're going to put them somewhere else. You won't be able to corral. There's going to be madness in the streets next week, don't you think?
Why are they protesting? There's nothing more aggravating than people who come here from these third world holes and then do nothing but complain about how repressive the U.S. government is when they wouldn't dare stand up in the third world dump they come from because they'd be shot or gassed, and it's just irritating to listen
that's
to.
racist.
But the other side of it is, please, Louis, the amount of applause that liberal talk gets around here in the business itself. Don't nauseate me. But I'm just saying this. What about the other ones in America? Don't you think it's kind of crazy to just protest war? I mean, it's kind of an unrealistic thing.
Well, what I think it's funny about this protest is the reason they didn't get their permit is because they didn't have the right. They didn't get a bond company and stuff. So it's like they didn't even really, whatever their protest is, they don't really care that much. They're like, America's the devil. We must stop them and kill ourselves in the process. Did you get the permit? Yeah, but you got to wait in line. It's a pain in the ass. So you got to fill out the thing. I don't,
Well, how about these hijinks? The New York City Fire Department is a big story in New York. It's investigating a divorced mother's claim that she had sex with hundreds of firefighters and cops after 9/11, including a slide down the pole with 4 of New York's bravest at a Bronx firehouse last Friday night. The FDNY commissioner said anyone involved in this scandal would be fired.
First of all, that's not her.
That's not her.
Right?
No. That's a model. That's not her. But I'm sure she's kind of cute.
I think if... Oh, go ahead.
They should be able to, adopt her like a Dalmatian. Just dress her in black and white polka dot dress, throw her on the truck, put a hat on.
I think if you're a fireman, you should be able to have sex with anybody on Earth, I think. Like, look, personally, I'm not gay, but any fireman is welcome to enjoy my face and ass any way that he wants. Wow. That's how much I appreciate what they do.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's a very... He's saying
that
he'd sacrifice even his sexuality for the good of the
because
cause.
how they do
Because they do put their
more.
life on the line.
That's right. So who cares?
Why are they questioning the firemen? It's always the guy's integrity we question. This bride had herpes. She's married. She's got 4 kids.
Sounds like
she's
a winner.
accusing them of rape.
Sounds like a great American.
But that was a rather strange criteria. She had herpes. She was married. Like those are negative qualities.
Yeah.
Let's look at her
with her kids and her herpes.
They ought to use this as a recruitment drive because they always complain about how nobody wants to be a cop or a fireman. But I mean, I'd sign up in a second if I knew.
You can all have sex with the same woman.
If some girl shows up at
you.
the firehouse and goes, "Look, I want to have sex. I'm hot for fireman," you're not going to say, "Excuse me, miss. There's regulations. Please go away." I mean,
exactly
so
right.
the commission is phony too because he's like, "This is outrageous conduct." You know, he's like acting like a phony. He's
First she
outraged.
said it was rape, right? Then it was consensual. Then it turns out she's a bipolar whore, basically, which is what the
I don't really get what the problem
is. If you say
is.
you're a bipolar, I know I'm going to sleep with you because I know you're a whore. So
I don't get what the problem is. Everybody should have sex with everybody that it will let them.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's a good.
But they were
I
on the
don't really
job,
see what
man.
there is sex
That's
going on.
true.
Anytime if you go, doesn't matter if you're putting out a fire and somebody wants to you while you're putting it out, you should,
That's what I say.
See, the whole time I
Who
thought that they
cares?
were.
There's no victim here.
I thought the firehouse. I thought they were just sitting there playing cards, making pornos, or watching
Right.
them. Here they are having actual sex. I think that's great.
Yeah.
So do I.
God bless.
Yeah,
them.
I think they have like a cook-off.
Well, every
or
job
something.
needs some fringe benefits like that. And like you said, it's a firehouse. Like, it's a male atmosphere. Well, it's going to be. I mean, what do you
Once
expect?
again, it's
Plus, you know how many Irish guys are there, man? They're going to drink.
The problem
They
is
say,
that-
"Oh, you shouldn't drink at the firehouse."
You guys
leave
are
all people alone.
You're missing this.
Wait, did you just say we're all missing?
and Mike
What's the real point here?
What's really going on?
I'll tell you.
Come, that's your show.
The point is,
No.
is that it was wrong because they're on duty and she's married.
Good point, Jim. Finally, somebody speaks.
You are right.
Finally, somebody speaks for morality. Jim,
What's on
thank you.
duty? On duty as a fireman, you're sitting around making sandwiches. You're still on duty, right?
You're always
TV.
on duty.
Yeah,
That's
correct.
duty.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? A whore wanders in, bang her, throw her out.
If you keep calling her a whore, it discourages
She's a
other girls.
filthy, crazy whore.
You're discouraging other girls from behaving like that.
They're not gonna.
She just
They know if you say, "Hey, they're nice people."
She's a team player.
Oh,
is
I'm
what she
sorry.
is.
Yes, a team.
Team player. Team player.
We'll be right back. Celebrities such as Matt Damon, Kevin Bacon, and Rebecca Romaine Stamos are coming out in force and lending their time to bush bashing ads. Here's a sample.
Hi, you Republican?
Yeah.
Get in. Must be hard not having a candidate for president.
What do you mean?
Republicans would never create the largest budget deficits in history, would they? They'd never send troops into war without checking all the facts. And they'd never let Saudi oil barons push us around, would they? Don't worry. You're not alone.
That wasn't too condescending, was it?
You know how that commercial should end? With her taping her mouth with the Kerry sticker and putting it in her ass.
Where is Ted Bundy when you need him?
That's hatefully awful.
Oh.
No. I mean, what I'm
saying
not
the
what
end.
you said. How dare you?
But do you think people are going
Do you think she really drives a truck? I mean, come on. She's out there hauling, doing contracting like she's not a model, doing blow, talking to...
little sheetrock at work?
That can backfire using actors and actresses and if you use a bad actor. I mean, if John Kerry comes out and goes, I approve this commercial, then Keanu Reeves walks out. He's going to lose in a landslide.
Also, I'm probably going to vote for Kerry, but that almost makes me want to not because.
Why don't you?
Because I'll tell you why.
Go ahead, fella.
All right. Look, the sort of liberal Hollywood people kind of annoy me because they're liberal just when it's convenient, but the way they live their lives, like they're the most racist people in the world. So like, if you ever go to Hollywood, they're like waiting for a Mexican to park their car and they're like, yeah, I'm going to get some people together and raise money for Carrie. Get my car, you spick. Anyway, they don't care. They don't really care. She has people building a house for her probably for no money, and she's exploiting labor. I don't know any of these things, but let's say them anyway. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you do.
The hell with her.
First of all, she's going through a hard time. I think her and John Stamos just broke up.
Rough.
So let's.
Yeah, she
But
broke up.
it's true that Hollywood, they do kind of, I mean, they're like big oil. They export all the stuff overseas, and they act like they're not involved.
I have a good point.
Oh, really? A salient point?
Yeah.
Jim?
Me too, Jimmy.
Let's hear it, Jim.
As far as I'm concerned, all these Hollywood bigwigs could just take a jump in the lake.
Can't fight that one.
Well, they won't do that because that lake was, polluted by Republicans. If that came out smooth, it was so.
Speaking of the Mexicans getting the car, Dominicans working at the Cablevision office in Lebanon have filed a federal discrimination lawsuit against their bosses who are Puerto Ricans. The suit charges the Dominicans, especially the black Dominicans, are being mistreated and denied promotions.
Really?
Why they having to do us like that? So what do you guys think about this?
It's getting lower and lower. I mean, who are the, who's going to,
Ecuadorians?
Yeah, who's going to hassle the
But
Dominicans?
don't you think it's kind of amazing that everybody's got to hate somebody?
Yeah, it's true, and I don't think it's based on region because you may be surprised to know this, but I'm Mexican.
That's right. He is half Mexican.
I'm Mexican.
He's half Mexican.
Why should we be surprised?
My
Look at
dad's
you.
Mexican. Well, that's the thing. See, there are white.
You all wearing dog socks with sneakers.
That's
but go
right.
ahead.
But there are white people in
funny.
Mexico just like there are here, and they hate the brown Mexicans just like everybody else.
We're talking about
and it's really that people that look not the same as each other don't like each other. Like I'm Mexican. I grew up. My first language was Spanish, but I look like
yeah, you look like a
Larry Bird. And whereas Nick here would call himself white man, he's about as white as a cup of diarrhea, but he would call himself a white man.
Really?
Now listen.
So it's really.
Well, let me ask
I'm an
you.
Asian woman, by the way.
But there's also we can't. But that's oversimple. It's oversimplifying to say like that it's just racial. I know what you're saying. It's been
Not
historically
just that
true.
people look at each other.
Right,
they
but
wanna
I'm just saying
identify
Dominicans and
with
Puerto Ricans, it's cultural too. It's two different cultures.
But totally different.
Is it really
What do you mean? How is it different? They both love.
They don't wear, Dominicans don't wear socks.
Puerto Ricans.
They don't wear. They both killed chickens and light candles.
Yeah. That's the Haitians.
Oh, that's the Haitians.
You're working a floor below them. At the
But don't you think like it doesn't? It's almost natural, like Texas and Oklahoma. They make jokes about each other wherever you go in the world.
Yeah, so it's
and they all look
exactly
the same.
like that.
Yeah, but I think that anytime you judge somebody based on anything but their character,
You should jump in the lake.
no, it's just, but it's wrong and it sends out the wrong message.
But doesn't it scare you? No, but here's the thing. You guys are looking at a whole.
This guy's taking chances. I wish you guys had.
You're looking at everybody south of the border and saying that they're all the same, but
Who's saying that?
there are black, whoever, it doesn't matter. But there are Dominicans who are black because they came from Africa, and then there's Spaniards that are more white that came over.
But they don't live in the Dominican Republic.
And
you don't think
white people there?
There's
And then there's
culture clash.
Indians that live there, like Sammy
scary part of-
Sosa's and
the
Indians.
scary
That's not
part of
the
this
point.
story is it's a company and the manager's a Puerto Rican.
So they're the ones who have the parade, right?
Yeah.
Puerto Rican.
Okay.
The
Dominicans
ones
have a
at
parade.
Verizon, they go, a specialist will be right with you. And they go, yeah, hi, this is LaQuisha, what up?
Okay.
Can we please discuss the differences between Puerto Ricans and Dominicans? That's
We
the
didn't
conflict.
grow up here. You did. You tell us. I really don't give a shit.
Tell you the difference.
I don't know. Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Go ahead, Jim. You seem to be the voice of reason.
I don't know the difference, honestly, between Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, but I do know that they both deserve to be treated equally well.
How long is this going to work?
It's good to see somebody stepping out of a limb.
Only in New York would that going to laugh.
But they're laughing for the right reason.
Fucking goddamn cheap.
They know
More
who's doing
chamomile
tongue in cheek.
They wouldn't. No, the reason they laughed here is because they probably they've seen the show and they know I don't mean it.
They don't mean it.
I don't think
We'll
so.
be right back. Size Me Up is where we bring out two of our audience members and our comics and have to guess where they're from, what they do, and then give an interesting fact about them. Let's bring out our first person. Come on out here. Carol, this is Carol. Panel, you have 20 seconds to size Carol up. Dun, 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 dun. It's Carol at Size Me Up Show. Dun, 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 dun. We should make this a whole show, you know, like a size. I could be like a producer, make some real cabbage.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Ooh, let's see what you got. Start with Dave.
Cool. All right. Carol, you're from Pittsburgh. You do something with pot. I'm not sure if you smoke it or sell it or whatever you do. And you're waiting here on extra work on Barbershop 3.
All right. Jim Norton.
Between the teeth is double.
I say she's from Romania. She is a psychic. And the interesting fact is in the movie Poltergeist, she said, Carol Ann, look into the light.
Louis C.K.
I said she's from a little country called Lesbonia.
You finally, somebody realized it.
Quiet now.
Yeah, what a mystery.
She's her job is couldn't come up with anything, and there's in fact she once ate 2 dogs and died and then came back to life.
All right. Nick DiPaolo.
Hometown under a bridge in Yonkers.
That's true.
Squeegee woman, and she took that bandana off Tupac's body.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Carol. Next up. Wait. Sorry. Carol, what's the real answer?
I'm an optician,
All right.
and I live in Staten Island,
Okay.
and I have stolen 300 hotel towels in one visit.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Okay, Carol, thank you. Come on up here. Oh, next we have William. William. Let's try this again. 20 seconds on the clock. Oh, this should be it. This thing is right, William. Oh, yes. Oh, we'll see what happens. Dun, 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 dun. Look, the crowd's too expectant. They can never live up to that. Everything's anticlimactic after that. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, this time we're going to start from the other end. Mr. Nick DiPaolo.
Oh, Jesus. It's too
Oh,
easy.
for heaven's sakes.
She's lives in Chelsea Piers, under the piers. I can't remember. He's a mannequin at a leather shop. And he likes really fat hot dogs.
All right. Next, Louis.
He's from Puppet Land, Tennessee.
Thanks, fellas.
His job is he's a big weird and tastes good though. Tastes good. He's not gay, but he's very. Couldn't think of anything.
All right, Jim Norton.
His hometown is a culture club video. His job is that his hair is used to model football helmets in 1915. And the interesting fact is that his biggest influences in life are John Lovitz and Divine.
All right. Okay, Mr. Dave Attell.
Okay. All right. Well, he's from Newark Airport. All right. He, whatchamacallit is the accountant for Pimp My Ride. And I had never been tickled, but I need something funnier. You're really a dude, or a woman, or both. Something.
Tell us the truth, William. What is the truth?
Well, I'm from Austin, Texas. I'm a retail manager, and I'm a Cher impersonator.
All right. Thank you very much, our volunteers. We'll be right back. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. Folks, there's a new self-help book called He's Just Not That Into You. It's full of advice for single women, helping them hear what they just don't want to hear from men. Come up with a different way to tell a woman that you're just not into her. Nick DiPaolo.
Well, here's a few ways to tell a woman that you're really not into her. When you drop her off, push her out of the moving car. When you burp, blow it in her face. Take a dump on her favorite comforter. After you kiss her, wipe your mouth on your sleeve. When she asks you, what are you thinking about? Say, your best friend's ass.
All right, Louis C.K.
I try to, do it softly. I like to say, look, it's not that I don't like you or that I don't think you're pretty or smart or nice. I really enjoy the time we spend together. It's just that every time I see your face, my penis screams and then faints. And my balls run away with the spoon.
Jim Norton.
Hey, listen, it's not you, it's me. I just don't like Jews. You're a great person, and I could definitely see talking to you at 3 a.m. while I'm in a blackout, and if we're on a deserted island together, none of my friends would see. I'd let you drink out of my mule. Look, I'm going through a tough time. I know I shouldn't have stood you up on New Year's Eve, and I was wrong on your birthday to leave you in a room with a bunch of my black friends while I borrowed your car to go on a date with a girl of another ethnicity. I definitely want us to stay friends, and I'd love to be able to talk once in a while and have phone sex.
All right. Dave and Attell.
Well, Colin, since most of my ladies I hook up with can't read, I figure it's best to tell them how I feel with the song.
What?
Music, please. Fat girls, don't cry. Just get dressed and leave. Yeah, you heard me. Are you still here? Beat it, skank. Hello? This should be you. I'm here right now. Bye-bye. Good?
Hey, yes. That's kind of a warrant, John. Please, right. That's the show. Good night.
I knew you should close.
Couple quick questions, if you have a moment. There was rather a very civil show tonight, don't you
It
think?
certainly was very civil.
What do you attribute that to?
Well, I thought Jim Norton really stepped up and let us have it.
He was almost like Andy Rooney tonight.
Yes, he was very, very peaceful.